You're watching Color 10 News at 10 in high definition.
Recent soldier deaths in Afghanistan include a man from the Ozarks tonight. Good evening. Good to have you along once again here at 10. I'm David Oliver. 24-year-old Sergeant Joseph Peters died Sunday when a roadside bomb exploded. Peters was a father, a husband, and a 2007 graduate of Republic High School. Laura Kennedy is here now with more on how the community is stepping up to help the family.
A family of a fallen soldier is supposed to immediately receive death benefits of $100,000, but because of the government shutdown, the Peters family will not be receiving that money right away. One local businessman heard that news and decided to help. Jason Graff owns crowdfunding website Crowdit, based in Springfield. He says the recent death of local soldier Joseph Peters hit very close to home.
And so we decided to create a project for him and his family.
The online fundraising campaign is called Help Honor Our Fallen Heroes. The goal, raising money for the Peters family and the families of 3 other soldiers also killed on Sunday.
Any money raised will go to the families. There's no minimum, no maximum.
Graff hopes that once people contribute on the Crowdit website, they then share the campaign on social media.
It's all about getting people to share it and getting the word out so that people know it's there and know that they can contribute and make a difference.
Graff started the campaign Tuesday after he found out Peters' death gratuity is being withheld because of the government shutdown. He hopes people feel like they can join in the conversation about the issue using crowdfunding.
It's a platform that's often used not just to raise money, but for people to voice their opinion by giving that money.
Politics aside, Graff says he's just glad to have a chance to help.
And anytime something like this happens, we have the ability to use it to make an impact and to do something good for our community.
The money raised on Crowdit will be split evenly between the families of the 4 soldiers. There are 2 other local funds set up online solely for the Peters family. We have all the information about how to donate to those on our website, ozarksfirst.com.
All right, Laura, thanks. Missouri Congressman Billy Long says tonight he is working to make sure military families receive those benefits they have been promised. He co-sponsored the Fallen Heroes and Families Assistance Act. Long says the legislation ensures the death benefits for military families are not delayed because of the government shutdown. He also says the House Appropriations Chairman assured Long that the House is working now on a fix to address the issue. Meanwhile, Missouri senators also want the Department of Defense to provide those death benefits to military families immediately. Roy Blunt, Claire McCaskill, and Arkansas Senator John Bozeman were among the lawmakers who sent a letter to Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel today. In a statement, the Department of Defense claims it does not have the authority to make those payments. Families typically again receive $100,000 within 3 days of a service member's death. President Obama and House Speaker John Boehner have not changed their positions on the government shutdown. The president and Democrats want Congress to pass a spending bill and a debt limit increase without amendments. Republicans want concessions on the health care law and negotiations to curb future spending. The president and Speaker Boehner did speak over the phone to each other today. Well, problems linger tonight, 1 week since the Affordable Care website opened for business. Color 10's Melissa Stern spoke with a local woman who does not have health insurance and is now struggling to sign up.
I was under my parents' health insurance until I turned 18, but since 18 I haven't had health insurance at all.
Nicole Brumley is a hairdresser and a single mom. She says she can't afford health insurance.
If I am sick, I just have to go to urgent care or the emergency room and pay thousands of dollars to see a doctor.
And she's worried the Affordable Care Act insurance plans won't actually be affordable.
It's really hard to budget in $300, $400 a month for something that you don't know if you really need or not. That's hard to budget in when you're trying to make ends meet.
She says when she goes to the doctor, she pays out of pocket.
Pay that price and they bill you later. That seems to be the most feasible thing.
And because of health issues, she's forced to suffer or pay the price.
I've had kidney stones in the past. It's not really an issue, but it's something that does cost money. I feel like I have to wait until it gets really bad because I don't have a primary care physician because I don't have insurance.
Nicole tried to register on healthcare.gov Tuesday, but because of glitches in the system, something many people have been experiencing this past week, she was unable to.
If you can't get onto the website healthcare.gov, here's another website that might give you an idea of what you'll be paying. It'll ask you questions like where you live, your income, and your health history. Based on Nicole's estimate, she would be paying $360 per year for the premium.
I want it to be completely fair to every American, and there are 1 million people out there or more in my same position.
All right, Melissa Stern reporting tonight. For more information on how long you have to sign up, the penalties if you don't, and the website where you can find that estimate for your health insurance costs, visit our website, ozarksfirst.com. Tonight, new at 10, the U.S. Supreme Court refuses to hear a case involving Springfield Public Schools. Former student Connor Miser sued the district over bringing drug dogs into Central High School back in 2010. Miser, along with his mother and stepdad, City Councilman Doug Burleson, claimed the use of dogs was a violation of the Fourth Amendment, which prohibits unreasonable searches. Lower courts disagreed, so Miser's attorney kept appealing, but with the Supreme Court's refusal to hear the case, the legal challenge now appears to be over. Flood victims may apply for disaster loans as a result of the summer storms across the Ozarks. Today, the Small Business Administration approved the help for 12 Missouri counties. That includes several locally: Pulaski, Taney, Camden, Christian, Douglas, Laclede, Ozark, Stone, and Texas counties. SBA disaster loans are issued to homeowners, renters, businesses of all sizes, and nonprofit organizations to help repair or replace real estate, personal property, machinery, and equipment that may have been damaged or destroyed. Well, Jamie Warner says nothing like that in the Ozarks tonight, threatening us. Just a nice, cool fall night out there, Jamie.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to see this stretch of dry weather continue for the rest of the week. Let's talk temperatures this morning. Chilly again. In fact, we made it down to 39 down in Fayetteville. The rest of the area was generally in the mid-40s, although the cooler readings were to the east, where temperatures dropped as low as 43 degrees. Skies have been clear all day long, and that pushed temperatures to very mild levels, generally around 70 south of I-44. While a little bit of a downslope component coming over the plateau with those southeasterly breezes, a little bit warmer in Camden, Lake Ozark, and Clinton, where we made it into the low to mid 70s there. And these are the kinds of conditions that really kind of kick the fall foliage switch into high gear. Typically, you can expect that peak in fall foliage in the latter stage of October or early November. So we're on our way, although it's still green right now. I do expect a jump in those colors in the next week to 2 weeks, and I think the intensity this year may be a little bit better than in years past. Forecast for your Wednesday: cool start. You'll need a jacket early on, but we'll be taking that jacket off nice and mild in the afternoon with a high around 73.
Jamie, thanks tonight. New at 10. It's been more than 1,000 days now since the national average for gasoline was under $3. Again, the national average here, but you may have saw we had signs at $2.99 across the Ozarks today. Color 10's Lindsay Klein is live to explain the reason for the drop.
Yep, David, we are live in Springfield, and take a look at this sign behind me, proof that gas is at $2.99 a gallon. We actually spoke to workers with GasBuddy.com today who tell us refineries have to have the winter blends available this time of year, which are less expensive than the summer blends, which is why we often see lower gas prices in the winter months.
Never thought I would see the day.
Only these people aren't dreaming. It's been nearly 3 years since we've seen prices at the pump dip below $3 a gallon.
Oh my gosh, gas is under $3.
I didn't think it would go under $3.
The last time it was under $3 was back in December of 2010.
I go back to December.
When Taylor Swift's December and Bruno Mars' The Way You Are had just hit the airwaves.
I'm stoked about it.
And if you aren't familiar with those songs, you may know this movie. Black Swan had just thumped into theaters the last time gas was this low.
I commute 45 minutes each way, so it's a big deal.
But if music and movies aren't your thing, well, maybe technology is. The last time gas was this low was around the time the iPhone 4 was launched.
I need to get gas. I need to get it today before it goes up again.
Many gas stations in the Ozarks have gas right now at $2.99 a gallon. That's 34 cents below the national average of $3.33. So people are feeling a little less pain at the pump.
Every little bit helps.
Gas Buddy workers say there are no geopolitical events or natural disasters, which helps keep prices low.
If we can avoid those types of events, then I think we can expect retail gasoline prices to continue to decline incrementally from now through the remainder of the year.
Which is giving drivers in the Ozarks a reason to celebrate.
I absolutely take advantage. Whenever it's low, I fill up as soon as I can.
And David, in the past month, the national average has fallen by 21 cents. In Missouri, the average has fallen by 39 cents from $3.45 to $3.06 a gallon. Last year at this time, we were paying about $3.80 a gallon, so people are feeling a little less pain at the pump. David.
Lindsey Klein live. Who knew that $2.99 would get us all so excited, right? Well, still to come, the dry summer could have a big impact on farmers this winter.
Took hay cuttings and then nothing. So we had no rain until the end of July.
What Ozarks farmers are doing this fall in hopes of preventing more problems. We invite you to be our friend on Facebook. It's easy to do. We have lots of stories there for you to see and check out. Find the Facebook icon on ozarksfirst.com. And now tonight, more local news. October is a crucial month for ranchers trying to regrow or maintain their pastures. Beef prices next year could depend on whether damaged pastures can return to normal. Many Ozarks hayfields or grazing lands died off during the summer drought. In Taney County, farmers are having problems now with weeds. They taste bitter to cattle and hurt grazing land. At the College of the Ozarks Farm, students and farm managers there are testing soil and reseeding pasture to fix the damage before winter.
Our grass looked really good. We took hay cuttings and then nothing. So we had no rain until the end of July.
When we finally did get rain, it rained so much that we couldn't get to the grass to cut it for hay. You can't really prepare for everything, but we're trying. We're doing a good job.
So you know, the University of Missouri Extension Office offers assistance in soil analysis for many farmers. The Extension hosted a farm tour in Taney County tonight. It will host another event coming up at the end of October. Also tonight, new at 10, third grade students now have a better idea of how Springfield city government works. Tonight they took part in the Treasures of the City event. Along with their parents, the kids toured City Hall and went on a treasure hunt to learn more about government. One student explained the best part.
I think it's pretty cool for how it's kind of just going around the whole building and meeting the mayor and learning about all that's in the building.
This is the 24th year for that event. Jamie's back now with one more check on the forecast tonight.
And right now, David, smooth sailing across the Ozarks. Gorgeous weather pattern that we're in right now. For the next several days, we'll stay in it. But this weekend features some changes, which will likely continue into next week. We'll look at this in your full forecast coming up.
And now weather with Color 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warner.
Well, we'll start things off with a look at our pollen levels, which by this time of the season, those pollen levels tend to gradually diminish on off as we head into the month of November, and then we're sort of done with the allergy season. You can see as far as grass is concerned, low. Tree pollen levels were absent today, and weed, we're still looking at some ragweed out there. It tends to be in the low to moderate range. One thing that we have not really seen much of a reduction of is the mold spore count. The mold spore count has been very high to high for weeks. weeks and weeks and weeks. Looks like typically that should begin to diminish as we work through October and into the month of November. Really haven't seen that diminish much, at least not yet. Outside right now, skies are clear. It's a quiet night across the Ozarks. Winds out of the southeast at 9 miles per hour, so a little bit more wind out there than last night, and that's helping to mix up the air a little bit, keep those temperatures from dropping quite as quickly as they did last night. 56 is where we stand currently. The pattern across our neck of the woods very quiet. It's on the coast that we find some wet weather. We find some wet weather here in the middle Atlantic with a little bit of a coastal storm that will gradually make its way toward the northeast. And then on the west coast, you could see some upper level energy sort of spinning its way down the coast into western California. We have a trough of low pressure which is located right about in there. That will kind of hold in place for the next couple of days, but eventually by the end of the week it'll sort of spread into the midsection of the country, and that's when we will see our weather begin to go downhill. In the meantime, though, that area of high pressure that was parked over the Ozarks yesterday is now located over the New England states, but we've still got this nice feed of cool, dry air into the Ozarks. And this autumn air mass, you can almost liken it to a glass of cold water. You get that cold water, you put it outside, well, gradually it's going to warm up, and that's how these air masses behave. They kind of move south out of Canada. They're cold initially, and then they gradually modify and warm up. That's what's going to happen the next several days, but it's still going to remain very pleasant. The nights will be cool, and the afternoons will be mild, and we're going to see a lot of sunshine for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Let's take you hour by hour. This evening at sunset, you might have noticed a little bit of high cloudiness to the west. These will try to slip across the border as we work through sunrise on Wednesday and into the morning hours, but they really won't amount to very much. Tomorrow will be a sunny day, and then Wednesday night we'll see clear skies, but as moisture works in from the southeast, we could see some low cloudiness and fog try to develop in areas like West Plains and Thayer and Koshkonong up towards Salem and south, maybe down into Fulton County. That moisture is going to mix out quickly, I think, Thursday morning, and Thursday will be a generally sunny day, and so will Friday. It'll be this weekend, though, that things will go downhill as this trough, again, expands into the eastern U.S. We'll see a storm, the initial storm, lift out of areas like Nebraska and the Dakotas into southern Canada. That pushes a front into the Ozarks, and then another disturbance moves through this weekend. That should help to generate showers and some thunderstorms Saturday into Saturday night. We may get a little break Sunday into Monday, and then a second storm will come through on Tuesday, and behind that storm, we'll get a more significant outbreak of cold. Overnight tonight, starry skies, chilly out there, 47 for the low. Tomorrow we'll see sunshine and a high of 73 degrees with light winds out of the southeast at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Warmer Thursday and Friday, breezy on Friday. Saturday, look for rain. Sunday, Monday, mainly dry but partly cloudy. Tuesday, we'll get that next storm. And again, after that one, we could see a more substantial batch of cold air. Until then, though, it looks like readings are going to be at or above normal for this time of the year.
It's going to help our fall foliage in terms of color, too. So.
I think so, with the pattern that we're in, with the sunshine during the day and then the nights being chilly and the afternoons being mild, yes.
Looking forward to it, Jamie. Thanks.
This year I have all the confidence in the world in my stuff. I know I'll be prepared. I'll be confident going into the game.
Adam Wainwright is ready for another decisive Game 5. Dan Lucey's coming up in sports with a Cards preview and your Bear Nation report. It's all next.
And now, Color 10 Sports with Dan Lucy.
The Missouri State Bears will hit the road again this week to the Dakotas. Last week it was a loss at South Dakota. Saturday afternoon, a date with #1 ranked North Dakota State. In our Bear Nation report, the undefeated Bison, also the two-time defending national champs in FCS, and they've won 14 consecutive games. Missouri State could be a little short-handed Saturday. Quarterback Kiara Harris suffered a concussion last week, and he has yet to be cleared for action. Ashton Glazer will go if Harris is not ready.
I mean, it's just another day of practice. We got to come out here, and obviously we're playing the #1 team in the nation, and we got to have our best week of practice.
Whenever the pressure's off, and it's on them to keep their season going, keep playing how they've been playing. You play loose. You play with you're free.
In the past, while I've been here, we've always been pretty good. So looking forward to it. It's always great to go up there at the Fargo Dome and enjoy that atmosphere. So, this week we're focusing on matching their intensity up front.
The new Missouri State high school football rankings are out. The Mountain View Liberty Eagles used their decisive victory over Mountain Grove on Friday night to climb up to the #1 spot in Class 2. The Eagles beating the Panthers 57-34. They're now 6-0 on the year. This is what this week's rankings look like. In Class 5, Kickapoo moves up 1 spot to 6. Nixa is at 8. Cannington back in the poll at 10. Webb City remains the #1 team in Class 4. Bolivar is 2. Carl Junction 6. Hillcrest hanging in there at 10. In Class 3, Reed Spring is #4 behind Maryville. In Class 2, there's Mountain View Liberty at #1. Then comes Lamar. Stratford moves up to 3. Mountain Grove falls to 4. And Ash Grove is in there at #10. And in Class 1, Thayer is 8. And Skyline is #10. Well, after 4 games played during the day, the St. Louis Cardinals and Pittsburgh Pirates are ready for prime time. Tomorrow's deciding Game 5 of the NLDS will start at 7. You can thank the Dodgers for that. They eliminated the Braves last night. Cardinals worked out at Busch Stadium today in preparation for tomorrow's elimination game. It will be St. Louis ace Adam Wainwright against Pirate rookie Garrett Cole. Both of those pitchers won games in this series in St. Louis. Last season in the decisive NLDS Game 5 against Washington, Wainwright struggled, but the team won.
But it did stick with me for a while. Anytime you pitch a terrible game like that, you think back on it and the opportunity that you let go. But this year I have all the confidence in the world in my stuff. I know I'll be prepared. I'll be confident going into the game.
Oakland A's could eliminate the Tigers with a win this afternoon. 1-0 A's 5th inning. Jed Lowry takes this one deep to right. It gets into the bullpen and gone. That's a 2-run home run, and that would give Oakland a 3-0 lead. But Detroit would tie it up in the bottom half of the inning. 2 on for Johnny Peralta, and he would take this one deep to left. It just gets up over the wall. A 3-run home run, and we are all tied at 3. It was a 4-4 game, 7th inning, when the Tigers' Austin Jackson would hit this broken bat RBI single. Drops in. The Tigers stay alive. 8-6, Game 5 Thursday in Oakland. Girls high school volleyball tonight. Pink out game between Ozark and Nixa. The backyard brawl, volleyball style. First set, Ozark getting it over to Ivy Reynolds. She gets the kill right there. It was 2-0 in that first set. Later in that first set, the Tigers moving it to the right side of the net where Kendra Sater is there. She gets the left-handed kill. Ozark wins that first set and then takes the second set, 25-14 to win the match, 2-0. The Missouri State Soccer Bears taking on Belmont tonight at Plaster. 1-0 Missouri State second half when they would try to get more. Nice pass from Emmerich Hogue. The one-timer going by Justin Gain. Shot is just wide, stays 1-0. Later in the second half, Brandon Basson with the throw-in. The header gets back to Gain. His shot again wide. Belmont with the penalty kick coming up here. It is cleared out by Missouri State's Jack Roberts, and the Missouri State Bears, the Soccer Bears, are now 7-3-1 after winning this one tonight, 1-2-0. And that is sports.
And you're heading to St. Louis?
St. Louis tomorrow to cover that decisive Game 5 of the NLDS. We'll see what happens.
All right, we can't wait to watch. Thanks, Dan. Final word after this.
here are tonight's winning lottery numbers. Color 10 News will continue in a moment.
Coming back from dinner, my car said 54 degrees, so it's definitely feeling more fall-like out there.
Maybe not open window weather when you're driving in. It's that chilly outside. Although I still think it feels pretty good. 47 overnight tonight for the low. We'll see a nice and warm afternoon tomorrow with a high of 73. Nice the rest of the week. Some rain, though, just in time for the weekend.
Dan, you got any final thoughts for?
Yeah, you can roll the window down and put the top down. It's cold.
It is kind of cold out there. Clearly, it's not good. It's not good sunroof weather.
No, it's good baseball playoff weather.
Yeah, it will be for tomorrow. That's for sure. Thanks so much for watching and making Color 10 your choice for news, weather, and sports. We hope to see you back here tomorrow.
Happy birthday, David.
Hey, thanks.